So hey guys, it's Thursday morning. I guess I didn't win the Powerball, huh? Eh? Yeah. So, I got a lot of questions about that Bronco, that green and white Bronco, or white and green Bronco. That's George's Bronco. He brought it over last year with a lift kit he got from Rough Country. Well, I don't know if I can install it for him, so yeah, I put that on for him, but I wasn't happy with those shocks. I did make a quick little video on my phone, and he sent that in to Rough Country, and they sent him a set of new shocks, and those were just as bad as the first set. So, but he's kept it that way. I drove it a few weeks back, I guess last month. Yeah, it's freaking terrible. You know, some people don't know better. So anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna post a little video here, some work I did to that. I had to fix his back window. I think it was last month. Yeah, fixed his back window. Door panels were loose and rattly, and his window seals were all rotten out, and his dash lights didn't work. And that's because he put one of those dash kits in there years ago. I remember when he did that, and it must have been 5-10 years ago. So I just basically took that thing out because I told him there's no fixing this thing without buying a new one. Just take those out and I put new light bulbs in. My only issue with that was once I got it all back together, you know, I had to mess with the needles on the gauges. Well, on one gauge, I tried to avoid doing that, but one of the needles fell off the fuel gauge, and to put it back on, it's like, how does it go on? It seems to go on any way you put it, so it's like, yeah, I figured I'll just go fill up the tank and then put it back on F, right? It's not like the modern gauges. The modern gauges reset every time you start your engine in the morning. You see, they go in like diagnostic mode. They go all the way forward and they go all the way back. The old gauges like that, it's like, I don't know. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna post right now. I got nothing to do. Still no job. It freaking blows, man. All these interviews I've gone to and everything. It's like, what the hell? I was starting to think maybe I'm too old. I was thinking about the interviewers, you know. I'm sitting there getting interviewed. I mean, I'm the oldest guy in the room. Maybe they think I'm too old. It blows. So hang in there. I'll just show you a quick view of George's Bronco right now. I got to get out of the house because I don't want to hang around the house all day. I go to the gym, probably go for a hike in the park. You know, what else is there to do? It don't cost anything. So hey, I'm back at work on George's Bronco here. He brought it over last week, and I repaired the motor. I replaced the gears in the motor that run the window up and down, but he also needs these guides that guide the window in the door. And I thought they came in a pair, but they only came one, so I had one. I'm like, oh man. So it's been a week and I finally got the other one. I also did the weather stripping on the top here. That's replaced, but I also need to replace the weather stripping along the top of the bed there, the door. The piece that goes in here, there's an inside and outside. And there's a piece missing inside. Well, it's not missing, it said it broke. It's there's little rubber pads on the bottom of the door, so when the window goes down, it sits on the pads. One side broke off. I found it in the door, but it's in pieces. I'm thinking I couldn't find any online. I was at LMC, and they didn't have it out of stock, so it's like, maybe I could just glue it back in place. It just sits on the bottom. So, last thing, I was testing the window. Now I noticed when the tire carrier is closed, the window goes up halfway and gets stuck, right? But when it's open, it goes up and down fine. So it's loose. See that? And that's because the striker bolts are missing the little bushings. I just got the bushings, see the little plastic thing. Hopefully that's the right one. That should tighten it up. Yeah, be done with this thing. All right, I'll try this again. All right, so that's part of the dash issue here. The second issue is I want to see if I could fix the lights. He says he's got no dash lights. And from what I can figure out, he got this dash kit in there. See, it's a dash panel thingy. You know, fancy stuff. And I'm just guessing that maybe it's an LED thing. It's got all these extra wires right here. Like, what the hell is all this? And it's tapped into the light switch over here. A lot of times on some of these LEDs, it takes a driver. Okay, so, I mean, got these wires over here that go to a little black box under the dash there that tie in over here too, that are tapped into here, and then they go back out on this, on one of these black wires from that black box. I figured it could be a bad driver. I don't know. I'm thinking, just put the, I mean, what if I just put the factory light bulbs back in? I'm gonna take the whole thing out. And the issue with these things is, I've had this happen on my Bronco, is how do you get the frickin' dash thing out of here? I mean, I got it unscrewed and everything, but it don't fit. Flip it up. The transmission indicator here is connected by a cable, which goes down to the shift mechanism up over here, some right there. It's like, oh my God, it's been a few years since I had to mess with this, and I can't remember how I got my dash cluster out. I mean, they even cut the dash right here, see that? And that's, I think, because I see some wires back here. That stupid dog, I'm gonna go shoot him right now. All right, guys, I'm just about done with this shit. It's going on, I think it's past 2. I haven't had breakfast or nothing. So I just went and grabbed something real quick out of the kitchen. I want to wrap this shit up. I changed out the light bulbs, the factory light bulbs, right? One was out, so I just replaced all of them. A lot good it does with this dash kit in there. See, this is a dash face kit or whatever you call it. I looked up the manufacturer online. I couldn't find anything on them. I assumed these were LED, but no, there's some kind of, I forget what they call these, but yeah. Well, I could take them off, but then I got to dick around with the gauges. I mean, it's like, oh. Well, guys, I just went and put gas in the Bronco. It only took about 8 gallons. Thank God, I thought I was gonna have to put like 30. And then I pulled the needle back off and put it on F, right? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Now, I don't know what's going on with this gauge here. The motor's not even on. It might have been that way, I don't know. I didn't check this stuff out when I took it apart. Shit. But I'm gonna cross my fingers and hopefully this works. It's supposed to be on, look at it. It's supposed to be right there, right? Yeah, so I just repaired the rear window. I got the new weather stripping on it and everything all the way around. It's good. Everything was working fine. So I went over here to the dash, got the dash all back in. Everything's looking good. Nothing. What the hell? I know the key has to be on. I did that already. It's for demonstration purposes. For those missing clips, I just put some anchor bolts in there, the plastic anchors, and some screws. Work good. It's even better than it was. But it looks like I'm gonna have to take it back apart again tomorrow. I could do it right now, but why? I already spent all day dicking around with this thing. I know the switch is good. Chances are I forgot to plug it in before putting the dash on. I've done that before on my Bronco. It's like, oh my God. What can go wrong will go wrong, right? So, I'll be back on it tomorrow. And maybe we'll tackle these doors here. See if I can rig something up. Maybe put some screws in the door panels or something. Jacked up plastic. That's it for today. Time for a cold one. Supersize me. Oh, since I took the whole door panel off on this side, I fixed the locks on there. This was in op, and I found out why. There was a wire broken in here. Broken at the switch. So I had to take the switch apart and rig something up. And then, see, there's no screw in here. That's because there's nothing to screw into. There used to be a piece of plastic there, but that's gone. And it's the same on the other side. The other side, the screw's there, but there's nothing to screw to. On this side of the switch, there's like a clip. That's still there. But I put a little glue on there. Hopefully it just keeps it from flip-flopping around. Oh, yeah. Not happy with this piece of shit. What the hell is this? Freaking loose. These are nice and tight. Same thing, they got these little plastic bushings on here. Those wear out. But yeah, I got the dash all back together. Hopefully that gas gauge works out. Let's see, how does this work? There we go. The second time I put the dash in, everything's done. I go, cool, I'm looking at it, and the needle fell off the gauge. The needle sitting on the bottom of the gauge click. Oh, fuck. Now, how do I put it back? Where do I clock it at? Do I put it at halfway? Do I put it on full? Do I put it on empty? How much gas is in the freaking vehicle? I have no idea. I'm like, oh, God. So the best I could do is go fill up the tank and then put the needle on F, right? And what's going on with the oil pressure? I have no idea. I moved it with my finger to normal and it goes up by itself. So it's like, I don't know, man. So, hey guys, it's Tuesday. No, wait, is it Monday? I think it's Monday, yeah. But finished up working on this Bronco. I had a problem with one of the weather stripping on one side, only because the door panels are so old and broken. There's like nothing to secure on to. So I'm trying some glue, just glue it in place. At least half of it. It's got like 4 metal clips on there and only one of them's grabbing on. I tried putting a screw in, that didn't work out because the screw hits the door panel, I mean the door. You got the door, then you got the plastic door panel. So that didn't work out. Now I'm thinking about maybe I could have put a rivet in there, but it's too late now. I'm done. I took that door apart 2-3 times on the driver's side. I had to fix the switch. The little wire was broken to the door lock switch. That I had to take the switch apart and try soldering something up and rig it, right? And I rigged it, so it works. I had a problem with the gas gauge. The needle fell off and I was like, whoa, what do I put it back on? Was it at half, 3/4 full? Little did I know later on, I'm looking on my phone, I got a picture of the dash. Too late now. what I ended up doing is just taking the Bronco over to the gas station, filling it up, and then put the needle on F, right? I mean, what else you gonna do?